guys, it's DG back with another video. Today, wanted to give you guys finally a performance review on these right here, the Nike Ja 1, specifically in the Day 1 colorway. So let's get right into it. I've been playing in these for the last 3 weeks or so. For traction, I'm gonna give this a solid 8 out of 10. Okay, so this traction I played on 2 different courts, both of which are school courts, but different types of levels of schools. So one a college rec center, the other a high school. And this traction performs pretty well, guys. Squeaks very loud, grip is very solid. The only reason why I give it a 10 is because the lines are pretty close together, so it does accumulate dust. So I did find myself wiping time to time, but this traction is no slouch. Trust me, I felt fast, I felt confident, and that's essentially all you need in a traction setup. Now, is it the best? Obviously not, because I give it an 8, but an 8's still pretty high. That's still a B in class, you know what I mean? So this traction is still very good. But the main standout for the cushion is the 4-foot zoom bag. And it is a little bit disappointing. I do feel it. I don't know if that's because of my weight or whatever, but I did feel it, but it's not too much. It is very subdued. This is a court feel shoe. This sits very close to the ground, and if you need a shoe that has cushion, this is not going to be it. However, relatively speaking, holistically, if we're talking about all basketball shoes and looking at the trends from Nike basketball, then this shoe is pretty much expected not to have that much cushion because it's the first signature shoe and it costs $110 US. So it is very, very relatively cheap. And again, we'll get to the looks later, but it looks really good for the price and the looks, and the cushion is pretty much standard for a shoe at this price point. So I'm gonna give the cushion like a 7 out of 10. Nothing too crazy, but it's not something that I would go to if I need like a lighter day. Like, this shoe is for really fast guards who have a lot of energy and who move around a lot, okay? So some days, honestly guys, when I play, I am tired. Like, I'm pushing myself to play. Like, honestly, I just want to go to bed sometimes because I'm just so tired throughout the week. It's not a shoe that I would pick for an easy day on my legs or if I'm tired. This is a shoe that I would pick if I'm feeling energized and I want something fast. Let's talk about the materials. So the materials consist of this mesh upper, and it is not premium at all, but it's a shoe. You know what I mean? Like, it's a $110 shoe. So it is standard, like, has a lot of bends and creases. As you can see, I put a lot of torque in my shoes. It's already like looking old already. It looks really used. And I would say, you know, the materials 6 or 7 out of 10, but again, I'm gonna give it a pass just because it is the first signature shoe from Ja and Nike basketball for his line, and this is $110. In terms of how it feels on foot, it does feel very nice. I felt like the materials get the job done. It feels like a sock on your foot a little bit, and there was no issues at all. The one standout for these materials are the increased ankle pads around the Achilles portion and the ankle portion right here in the heel. You guys can see those like pillows a little bit, but it does feel very comfortable around your ankle. So let's talk about the fit. So the fit is true to size, and it's a pretty one-to-one fit. It reminds me of like the Kobe 5 if you go true to size, which is pretty tight, but after you break it in, it feels good. So I would only recommend you go up half a size if you have a super wide foot. I have a wide foot, but I do like my shoes pretty, you know, snug one-to-one, not too one-to-one where I don't have toe room, but this shoe does provide a little bit of toe room, but not too much. I would say like half a thumb's width. So if you guys have a very wide foot, I would actually recommend going up half a size. But if you have a normal foot or a narrow foot, just go true to size. When I go to the gym, when I go hoop, I want to bring everything that I need in one central place. So this leather Luciano luxury bag from Soul Premise is the best bag that I've used, and currently the only bag that I'm using when I go to the gym. This houses everything that I need, right? You got different compartments to store your sneakers, but not only hoop shoes, right? Because y'all know me for hoop shoes, but also practical things like water bottles, extra clothes, towels, you name it, this bag fits it all. And when I go travel as well, because I'm always out and about, I always bring this bag. So go to the link in the description below. So go to the link in the description below and use my discount code, because this bag is definitely worth it and is the only bag that I use right now. And this bag is also very lightweight, despite how big it is, which is my favorite part about the bag. So definitely go in my description, use my discount code, and get yourself a Soul Premise bag. The support of the shoe is actually very good. I would say that it is extremely stable. One, because it's super close to the ground, and then it has a semi-large base, wide base right there in the forefoot. I do think that this shoe is just a core feel shoe, right? If it's a core feel shoe, then you need support, or else you're just going to be tipping over everywhere, because what's the point of the court feel if you're like tipping over? Because court feel is for fast players and shifty players. So this shoe is definitely for that type of play style. I feel like the support really aided that, and for those people who play like that, who play close to the ground and everything of that nature. So support, I would give it like a solid 8. Like, it's nothing too crazy, but if you get your right size, you're not going to have any issues. Weight of this shoe is pretty light, I would say. I would not categorize this as like the lightest shoe ever. Like, the Tatum one is definitely probably a couple ounces or an ounce or two lighter than this. So if you want the lightest shoe, then probably go with the Tatum one. That's the lightest shoe from Jordan Brand right now in their signature line, or even ever. I'm not sure if that's like their lightest basketball shoe ever, but I would say that this is pretty much a average weight, if not on the lighter side. So you're not gonna have any issues with the weight unless you're like a stickler for super lightweight shoes. These are fine, guys. These are fine. I felt faster than a lot of shoes. It reminded me of a Kobe a little bit, how seamless it felt on my foot. True to size fits, great traction, solid cushion, court feel. Like, it kind of felt like a Kobe to me. I felt like I could make cuts and moves very fast without even thinking about it. So the lightweightness has to do something with that. So I would give the weight like a solid 8 out of 10. In terms of the looks, guys, this shoe looks very good in my opinion. The theme for this shoe, I think, is mismatched colorways. And on the other pair that I'm not going to get right now, but the other pair, like the right shoe, is actually a yellow tongue right here. So a lot of future colorways come with mismatched type of themes. So the colorways are very nice on the shoe. The looks look very good. It kind of looks like a SB or Janowski, I think it's called, that I had when I was like in high school, way back then. So these look very good. The details are nice. You see the sock liner has some print as well. So for $110, you're not going to be disappointed. Probably my favorite looking basketball shoe, first signature shoe, better than the Luka one, better than the Tatum one. And yeah, it's definitely number one in terms of like looks. I would say the best looking Nike basketball shoes right now are these, the LeBron 20s and the KD 15s. So that should say a lot, because literally there have been 14 KDs before the 15, 19 LeBron before the 20s, but there's only one Ja 1 so far, and it looks very good. You gotta admit, this might be a classic down the line in terms of just how it looks. People are gonna want it down the line, and the fact that this only retails at 110 just makes it sweeter that I have a pair, and so I'm thankful for that. So looks, definitely a 10 out of 10. So overall, guys, that's my thoughts on the Nike Ja 1. This shoe is good, okay? But it is $110, so the materials are not gonna be as good, and the cushion's not gonna be as good. However, in terms of performance, for $110, for the looks, those two things for $110 makes me very satisfied with this purchase. I'm actually very glad that I have the shoe, and I'm not going to be giving it away or selling it or anything of that nature. I'm going to be keeping it in the collection. And the launch colorway looks very good, guys. This one's a good one. Pink outsole, got that gradient swoosh a little bit, some details. So I'm really liking the Ja 1 so far. The trivia colorway is coming up next, and I don't like those at all. I want the EYBL ones and the like mismatched Spider-Man ones, the blue and red. So can't wait to get those. But overall, this is a solid shoe. I felt super fast in it. Pretty much solid all around, with a lot to improve, right? A lot to improve. Very good performance so far, but it's like not the best, I would say. I would still choose the LeBron 20s over this any day of the week. But overall, I'm not disappointed. For $110, I'm going to keep saying that. This is very good. So I actually recommend this shoe. if you can find it for retail at least, because they're now reselling for like 200, which is crazy. So let me know what you guys think of the Nike Jaw 1. Leave a comment in the comments below if you've been playing in it or agree with anything of what I said. But overall, guys, follow me on all socials at DJHoops, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.